really excited about this group that we have. We have an inexperienced group, but we have pretty good depth of talent, I think. I think we have a lot of talent to work with. They got great mindset. They come out here ready to practice every day. They've really bonded over the summer. I think our guys have been very intentional about making sure, in today's world with roster turnover the way it is, of making sure that they get close, right? And so I think we got a great group of young men. I'm excited to see them continue to develop here this next 2 weeks before we kick it off for Jacksonville State.
You're not dealing with all of the newcomers, all 66 of them, but how difficult has it been to assimilate those guys into what you already had?
The biggest thing for us is the most difficult part was assessing what we have in a short amount of time, because we had so many new guys that maybe weren't able to go through spring or just got here this summer. So we've had to be very deliberate as a coaching staff of making sure, put these guys in position to evaluate what do we really have, right? This isn't your typical year 1, year 2, year 3 in the offense. We have 11 new receivers, so there's not really, hey, year 2 in the offense. They're all almost year 1. So we had to do a great job teaching. We got do a great job simplifying, and then we had to see what we have, so then we understand what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, so then we can formulate our identity about and how we want to build this team around what we have.
Position battles are always fun for me to watch. I'd be curious from a coaching perspective. Let's start with quarterback. How's that playing out thus far?
It's great. It's competition, man. I think competition makes everybody better. I think that's one of the reasons why this group's progressing the way they are, is because there's competition in every room. Between quarterback room, running back room, receiver room, tight end room, O-line, every position's got some competition that's pretty heavy. And so quarterback room, they've all done a great job. We've got Ethan Vasco coming back. Had a leg up on everybody because of understanding the offense and knowing the details of that. And then Noah Kim transferring in has done a great job attacking this offseason of learning everything. Has really made this thing a tough competition between both of those guys. And then our newcomers, we got Tad Hudson came to us. Is a young guy that's going to be a really good player for us. That's very talented, that I think is going to help upgrade us. And DJ Moore, a true freshman, that's really flashing for us right now. And again, but still a true freshman, got some bumps in the road, but really playing right now a little bit beyond his years. So I'm excited about all 4 of those guys. And we got a newcomer too, Alex Walker, who's going to developmental guy. But that room, top to bottom, there's some talent. It's just a lot of inexperience. Yeah. So that's why these practices, we got to simulate as much in-game experience as we can.
Coach Beck told us during Sunbelt Media Days the one thing he liked about Ethan Vasco is he's 3-1 as a starter. Obviously, I don't think you can teach winning, but how much of an it factor does Ethan have?
Yeah, I think he does, and I think a lot of the guys do. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes they got to get their at-bats. But I'd say this, Ethan, did a great job last year coming in adversity. Yep. And, when you're the guy that's coming in off the bench, sometimes there's a little bit of, I can just go out there and play. It's a little bit different role now that everyone's looking upon along with Noah and everybody else. That's a different kind of pressure you got to deal with. So that's a different kind of pressure that they're dealing with right now, which is good. You got to handle that. That's life. That's football. And but yes, he did a great job for us last year. We're looking for him to build off of that from last year and take the next step so we can be a championship level quarterback.
Is there any separation with the amount of wide receivers you touched on, 11 of those guys? Anybody sort of separating himself from the pack?
I think there's a group of about 6 guys we feel like go out there and play winning football with right now. All right, and then we got another scrimmage coming up here, so we'll reserve the right on who those people are just yet. But because you never know, somebody may step up and all of a sudden make it 7, or somebody may fall off and make it 5. So we kind of identified 6 guys that we feel like are too deep at each position that we can roll with. So again, I'm really excited about that group. There's a lot of upside. It's just a lot of inexperience. So we got to make sure we put in those situations so when the game does come, the inexperience doesn't show. They can just go out there and play.